My name's Erin, and I'm just testing out the YouTube live stream thing. I've never used it before. I don't know exactly how to play with it, so I'm just gonna start looking and playing with certain things without getting my finger in the way. Looks like, let's see what's up here. What's this? Okay. Okay, there we go. Good. I've got all messages visible. This is impromptu. Nobody's here to watch it, so that's even better. I'm just going to check it out, I guess. What is all these fancy things? Wow. Okay, so there's a touch-up option. Neat. What's this do? Oh, there's a highlight thing. Oh, hi, Granny Boo too. How's it going? I'm just on here testing the YouTube format, and it's kind of neat because when you just put a chat in and it's awesome, it just shows up, so I don't have to do anything. That's awesome. I just got done with doing 70 burpees today. I hope I made it all. I'm gonna have to count them to make sure I did them all. But I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 100, and I don't know if I want to go after 100. Been super up on that burpee game though, for sure. This seems kind of cool. I kind of like how it's set up. It's really simple, pretty easy for sure. Anyway, I have nothing better to do, but let's open up our 70, man, 70 burpees. And I am feeling it from yesterday, the day before, and all other days. But it's not too terrible, except last night, my left shoulder was like a little bit crazy and I like popped it back in. I was like, what did I do to it? It feels funny. But, you know, it didn't hurt today. So if it hurt, I wouldn't have done it. Also, because they're supposed to get like thunderstorms or something tonight, you can really feel the barometric pressure. So I can feel it in my head. And when I go down to do burpees, I would feel like this weird kind of like pop. I used to get it all the time when I was on a trampoline, but now I don't. I just, every once in a while, you can feel it. You can feel those storms coming. Yeah, for sure. Oh. Ekbash. Looking at the sheet book, and I go, oh, it's the refrigerator. He's part of that. That's why he's a good dog. I don't know if you saw it, though, in yesterday's video. Poor little Rocky fell down, and Fridge was on the rescue to give her a little smooch and help her back up. He's a good boy. Yep. I don't really have much to talk about. I was just going to test this, and I'm so glad that you're on so that I could see that it worked. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I never thought about maybe I'd keep it on for a few minutes and just chat away. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, man. My shoulders, my muscles, like my muscly muscles. I'm like, man, I should probably flex them or something. They feel like they need flex. But Rocky's taking a nap. Hi, Couch Potato. And Emmett is watching some Bluey. And I'm like, okay, let's test this out. Let's see if I like the YouTube live format. And I kind of do already. I don't have to like press buttons to make your chat show up. Hi, Rick. I'm just testing out the YouTube thing. And I was like, well, come on, I'll drink some tea. And if nobody shows up, I'd read some Raising Sheep for myself aloud. Because why not? I went through this book before, and I'm like, well, I had the Raising Goat book, and it's, I don't know, informative, if you would say it, but if you wanted to like see if you weren't getting sold a super old sheep, it definitely tells you that, and it did for the goat one. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be a 5-hour live stream. I'm not a big talker, man. I don't even know what to talk about. But I just thought it would be really neat to see if I can't set up a way to do a live. I miss my morning coffees, and I can't really set it up anymore because my 17-year-old, the one that I homeschool, decided to flip her schedule. So she's up all night and asleep during the day, and she likes the couch. Even though her bed is like a super comfy bed, she'd rather be on the couch. I'm like, come on, I work here. This is where I like to sit. Because if I stream from my kitchen, I did that when I jumped on the Homestead How Live, and it was like kind of glitchy because it's further away from the Wi-Fi box. In my room right here, I'm right next to it, so it streams hopefully pretty quick. Hopefully I'm not like cutting out at all. It's pretty windy today, and we haven't lost anything yet, so as in the internet. Now the trees and stuff outside, when we were outside, I was, I always have to look because there's so much overgrowth that the trees could be like, boom. Oh yeah, because you had the callers. I watched when Thomas was on. I think it was on for like an hour or something. I was like, I gotta get up. I gotta do work, man. So I totally did my stuff. I had to get stuff going. It's kind of weird doing YouTube every day. I don't get to really sit there and, oh yeah. It's like 80 degrees outside for us today too. It's pretty hot. Yeah. I had the air conditioner on in my room, but it's a little loud. It kind of buzzes, so I turned it off. But man, like I was looking around at these trees and I'm like, these trees are gonna fall down and hit me in the head or somebody. I start cutting them down. I charged all my batteries today, and then I have a bunch of like little mini charger flashlights that you have to charge up just in case we lose power. And then I pulled out hot dogs because cold or hot, the kids eat them if we lose power. But I'm sure we'll be fine. It's not supposed to be till like later on the night when we get like the big storms, but the wind here is like 45 mile per hour with big gusts. And you just gotta watch. You gotta watch those trees, and we usually lose power. So, in my incubator, I've got 2 duckies that they have pipped. And there's one more after that, and then there's a gosling that I think is actually developing, but it's really hard to tell, but there's a lot of black inside of it. Yeah, you had rain. Oh, wow. Tornado north. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, the tornadoes, when we get them, even though like we'll, tuck out in the hallway because that's the only place with no windows or anything. We never really get them because we're more in like a weird valley situation where everything goes up and over. And we luck out, thankfully, but we do get them. Let's see. Oh, hi, Lat. Oh, hi, Rondy. Oh, the wind's bad. Yep. That's pretty stellar. Yeah, it's super windy out. It felt really nice because I just got my burpees in, and I was just like, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get them in. And then the wind. Oh, I was like, that's a breeze. That's a nice breeze. And it takes me forever. I try to edit it in when I'm doing the burpees that you see like, this is pain. This is awful, but I want to get it done because, you feel really good after you exercise, and exercise is great. 2 banana plants fell over. Dang. I bet were they big ones? Because, yeah. That would like totally suck. I tried to grow, like we really got into like wanting to grow like our own fruit trees and everything. So we got a ton of them before we moved down here. And the whole time I was a little hesitant about buying these things because, yeah, really big banana. Okay, yeah. Do you wrap your meats in the banana leaves and smoke them? Because that's what I do. Oh, nice. There was a sun. The sun had come out. Hello, what is the sun? Awesome. Yeah. It's just, there's no sun here today. It's just very hot, very cloudy, and super windy. It's kind of ominous outside, actually. Yeah. Well, you got some banana trees that fell down. You could always, always smoke them. Like instead of using aluminum foil to wrap up your meats to cook on your engine, think about banana leaves and just tying them all pretty and stuff and let it cook that way. It's probably, yeah, banana leaf wrapped iguana, smoked. There you go. Plenty of that. What is that sea salt everybody's talking about? The Molden's flaky sea salt on top. I don't know, man. It's probably super expensive. I just regular sea salt, man. Or you make your own, right? Redmond's. Oh, yeah. You got to get that fancy Redmond's on that iguana and you wrap up the leaf and get it going and it'd be super awesome. I don't know, man, guys, I've been talking about a bunch of different stuff because I'm like all over the place sometimes. But I was just thinking about like my lives in the morning and I totally miss doing them. Yeah, I heard that you said that you make your own salt from the water. That's awesome. I wonder if I could, like, years ago, not on our property, but across the street's property, they started fracking there. And my husband was like, why are they fracking there? They're not going to get anything. Because over by our well, um, his grandfather was out there smoking a pipe or something and set the well on fire. And he's like, that's where you need to be fracking. But I just had a thought that maybe you could possibly make sea salt out of the minerals in the well water. Yeah. That's how you do it, right? They make it local. Yep. The seaweed variety. Nice. No iguanas. Yeah. Well, they're invasive, so people have to get sick of them and let them go. Or I'm surprised you haven't caught what is it, the pythons or whatever, or the boa constrictor. What are the ones that are loose in Florida all the time? The boas. And everybody in the 20s had them. And they thought they were really cool, and then they just let them all go. Boa constrictor like steaks or something. Burgers. Hi, retired Rick. Oh yeah, pythons. Yep, that's what it is. All the pythons. I'm just checking the YouTube live format. So far, I kind of like it. It's not too terrible. It's super easy. A little bit simple. It's funny though. There's like a little wand that you can hit, and it can like smooth you out a little better. Okay. Is that some kind of lizard man? I don't know. Yeah, they make really good boots. I had a pair of nice boots. They didn't fit right. My husband was like, you got to get them wet. So when we had that huge like flood go through, I was like, well, I'm wearing these boots. I like popped them on and went out. Okay. I don't know how to do that. It's just on my phone, so I have no idea. My kids lost a charger to my Chromebook. My Chromebook's so old, it doesn't charge on the regular C thing. So the C charger. So I'm waiting for one in the mail. It should be here Friday. It was 99 cents. Oh, so you got the storms now? Yeah? Hope they're not too bad. Although they could be. We got some sunshine and I was like, oh boy. And I went outside and I was like moving stuff along. Oh yeah, you're cleaning a carburetor out on Easy Go. Okay, yeah. Maybe I should watch that. I saw that you were working on it, but I don't know if you show that how you took it off. Because on the mini bike, I'm gonna have to look around and see how somebody takes it off because I don't want to like break anything, you know? I was thinking that I could just probably take the bowl off of it because it's right there. And then like remove the float and clean the piston. Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't even know what they're called. And clean the carb that way. I don't know if you do that or you just take the whole thing apart. Like I could take the whole thing apart on the mini bike, but it's just like there's got to be a simple way to clean this carb. And I've seen like dirt and straw, and I've also seen like leaves inside that gas tank. So I know that the carb is totally blocked. Where? Not sure. So taking it apart is going to be a lot of fun, especially since I have Flash home for the next 2 days. He can help me do it. He'll like that. Okay. Is it like one of those little carbs, or is it more like the bigger ones that you put on an ATV? That was simple. That was easy to do, the ATV one. Smaller machines. They're all right, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's like a smaller carb then. Because the one on we have a zero turn though. You can see it. It's the same type of carb that's on the mini bike. It looks like anyway. So I guess you could just drop the bowl. Pull the float out. Look at me with all my fancy language there. Drink a little mint tea. But I do thank everybody for coming by and participating in that chat because I wanted to know what it was like. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Just that's a motor, Aaron. Yes, I know that's a motor, Rick. But I don't know, like, I might have to watch a couple people. I watched somebody clean a little one, and I was like, that's the one that I have. And it kind of matches the one that's on my chipper shredder, which now I'm thinking I will take apart too and see if there's a clog in it. Even though it's a really new motor and I've only ran it like twice in its lifetime, it probably needs a nice clean. And I know I need to dispose of the gas in there. Even though the gas is filled, I never put a stabilizer in that gas. So, you know, it's pretty much probably not good to use. See, that's awesome. I had like another chipper, but it wasn't diesel, it was gas. But I've learned a lot about chipper shredders, and the one that I have, if I just get like a stronger engine on it, it would be so cool because it's like a death trap. It was made in 1982. It's so cool. I was like, this is the chipper for me. $75. Here you go, sir. And they loaded it in my van. I didn't even take like the trailer with me, which I should have. But these guys like picked it up and shoved it in the van. It was awesome. Yeah, I put a little measly motor on mine that I got for like $70 on discount. And it didn't work initially, and then like I sprayed it with WD-40 and it just started to work again. I was like, okay, but then it wouldn't like chip the good stuff like it did on the old, oh gosh, what was the name of that motor? It was like Tomahawk or something, chipper motor. Yeah, I got the van. My van's scary. Okay, yeah, I was thinking the gasket on the one needs replaced. I have to get new gaskets for it. On the motorbike, the mini bike, it needs a new gasket. I think it always needed a gasket because when we got it, pulled it out of the box, put it together for the kids, we put gas in it and the gas leaks. And it's just been doing that for like 5 years. Oh God, we might have had that thing longer. I got it for like a really great price. We were in, let's see, the Roll King in Huber Heights, Dayton, Ohio, but it's in Huber Heights, Ohio. And they had that bike on sale for like $160. And my husband was like, we need to get this because at the farm, the kids have nothing to do. And I was like, a moto bike? Are you sure? Oh no, the TV went out. Uh-oh. Yeah, we get that later. We get that tonight. Like the last tornado warning we had, they woke us up at 1 a.m. They just give you a nice courtesy call that there's a tornado warning. Get in your safe spots. Wake everybody up. It's like, do I wake everybody up and put them in the hallway, or do we just sleep? We went into the hallway, but there was really not much. I didn't see it, and I guess there was like a little touchdown, but nothing. Some trees got blown over. Somebody lost a few shingles, and that was it. And that was like the last time it rained a few days ago. It was Sunday. Whew. Excuse me. I'm just a little tired. I almost fell asleep. I was editing my burpees and I didn't count them all the way. I think I'm one off. I might have to do one later when I go out to get the chicken eggs. I started to collect them and then I was like, I'm going to do burpees today in the morning. It was like around 11 when I did them. And I had to put the eggs back in the chicken box. And there's already like a ton. So I've got to go out there. I bet you I've got about 2 dozen. I'm pulling in about 2 dozen a day. And I want to set a bunch of the silky eggs because they finally, I don't know if they're finally laying eggs or now they're laying in the same spot as all the other ladies. So now I like the silkies when I hatch them because they're cute and little. And all the eggs that I hatch are going to be surprise eggs because we don't know what they're going to be. Sometimes we get naked neck chickens because I have naked neck roosters. And then they're always fun. And any of them that have like the fuzzy fluffy feet, they're great. I like those ones too. And any of Isaac's chickens that we got from 4-H mixed with any one of my roosters would make phenomenal egg layers. So it's kind of a win for me on that. But that's probably I don't think I'm going to hatch eggs from my flock next year. I'm going to get new ones because hopefully egg prices will go down and I can just get some hatching eggs without people trying to be like $20 for a box of hatching eggs that may or may not hatch. Or just get some baby chicks. I know, like, that one year that made me get chicks again when eggs were about the same price, like for the big 60 count, it was like $30. And I didn't have chickens because we got rid of them. I had strawberries instead. It was nice to have a nice garden. But the chicken eggs seem to be where it's at. And I ordered a whole bunch off of eBay and hatched them myself when I was told I could. I had to buy 2 extra incubators though, and I had to fix one. Yeah, I fixed that last year when I was doing my B&E last year. If I could only stick to it, I can't. I kind of like adding like sour cream and stuff into weird egg souffle things that I make. I made some this morning, and it's just like making scrambled eggs, but I made them in muffin form. Rocky's okay with it. Emmett always is like, ugh, did you make bacon? And I'm like, yeah. Eat the bacon, kid. It'll be all right. Oh, well, I don't have much to talk about this afternoon. I just really wanted to check it. And you know what? What do we got here? I've been going for 20 minutes. I kind of like it. Like if I run out of StreamYard says that it gives you a free 5 hours of record time. And I didn't record anything. I just did streams. And I was just trying to help out because the old man carnivore wasn't there. And then I emailed them and I was like, hey guys, you say that you can do live streams free. Like, I think they give you like 20 hours or something like that for free. And I didn't get any. And they're like, if you use your first 5 recording hours, you can't use your 20 free lives or something weird like that. But I never recorded any. But apparently, if you go through YouTube, they use it as a recording, which they used to not by my deep diving into them. But you know what? Whatever. This seems easy. Like I don't have to do anything. So I can just hit record and go live. Now the hard part with this one is it used to like let me hit the calendar and just schedule it live, but instead I had to actually go onto it and kind of fill out a description and stuff, and then they gave me the option of when I wanted to schedule it. And I was like, well, this is me doing an afternoon live. Let's just do it. Let's go. So where's everybody at this evening? But this is cool, man. I wanted to see how it would work. I would do my morning coffees in here, but I get Rocky and Emmett crawl into bed at the middle of the night and they'll be in here sleeping. So me talking would wake them up. And I just have to get my homeschooled kid to go to their room so I can do at least Wednesday lives in there. I was thinking Wednesday would be good. I could probably, in the morning, I could probably do, well, it depends. Like if Old Man Carnivore's got one going up, then I don't know if I'm going to do a live in the mornings. But it's kind of fun to do one in the afternoon anyway. Oh no. Camera broke. That sucks. I don't know. It's either really windy outside right now or it's raining too. Maybe just windy. We're supposed to get it later anyway. There were a few storms in front of it that I saw that they were already kind of like going towards Nashville, but we might get something or not. It's so cloudy. I was out there picking up the Connect 4 game. I was like, you know what? I want to try out that YouTube live thing and check it out and see how it would go. And this was pretty cool. It was fun. Hi, Sandy. I'm checking out the YouTube live stream and we're just hanging out and talking about how my children lost the charging cord for my Chromebook, so I can't like just get on it and type and stuff or do anything really. And I've noticed a few of the kids, they're like, oh man, I can't play on the Chromebook, and they won't actually go looking for the cord. Now I found the bigger part to the cord, but it has a little adapter piece because this is I think it's a HP little HP Chromebook, and it was like, oh, it's old. I don't know what year it is, but you know, it still works. I mean, and I got little kids, so if they break my Chromebook, and I got it for like, I think this one was 20 bucks. I love those reissued Chromebooks that people get, and they say, yeah, blame it on the kids. They actually do break it. I don't break my stuff. I don't even mess with my Chromebook. I only use it to do live so I can read what everybody's saying. But the YouTube one for me, they pop up on the screen, so that's so cool. And they probably do it for you guys, so that's awesome. I like that. It's one less step that I have to do when I go live. So that's pretty neat. Hi, Ellen. I didn't break it. Like I used to be a really big Butterfingers before the carnivore diet, for real. I would just like bust and drop and break. I'd have all these bruises all over my body and I wouldn't know where I got them from. And it's just something happened when the inflammation in my brain went down and I stopped bumping into stuff and I stopped breaking things. So that's pretty cool. Oh, everybody's shut up. You know, I thought about doing this at 3 o'clock, and I figured that's probably a good time. But this is a good time for me. Rocky's asleep right now, and Emmett is watching some Bluey, which is cool. It's pretty quiet, actually. This is about as quiet as my house gets before... Wait, the dog's going off. Okay, before my daughter comes in the door from school. Oh, just spilled some tea on me. Okay, what can you talk about today? I got my burpees in. I got to 70. And if I didn't, I have to recount them. I was kind of falling asleep while I was editing my video. I'm a little tired. Getting up at 4:30 is kind of getting to me. Maybe I should just like sleep in a little bit on the weekends. Just a little bit. But it's just how I go. My rhythm is like right after I eat a steak at night, I am bedtime and I am out. You cannot wake this log until about 4:30 when I hear the rooster crow and I get up. Because I have a rooster crow on my alarm. That's my alarm. I can sleep through all the other alarms unless I can find the alarm clock tone from the 80s that go beep, me, 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 me. Oh man, that's crazy. When we had the tornado warning on Sunday, I went to look out the window because as any normal person would during a tornado warning, let's go look out the window. And there was hail. And I'm like, it's hailing. That's so cool. Yeah, see, I almost dozed off and I can't do that. Like, that's not good. I always have this like brain thing functioning radar that it's like, don't go to bed, ever go to bed with small children because they can open doors. My husband had this great idea of installing like those levers on all the doors. And I'm like, this is a really bad idea. 1, the dog learned how to open the door. 2, the cat can open the door. The kids can open the door. And if you take a nap during the day, who knows when you're going to wake up and if the baby's still going to be napping with you or getting up. And then you hear on the news there's a toddler walking up the street because that's how it happens. That's why I'm always like, get the coffee, stay wired, stay up. Uh-oh. Does anybody know how to take the mouthpiece off of one of these? Because it is stuck. I soaked it in hot water. I used a soft mallet. I don't know. And I got my like cleaning thing in here. Yeah, I played this gross thing without cleaning it properly. But I got like the snake to clean it and everything. And I don't want to break this thing because that's kind of important. Get this off. Oh, the little coronet. I know that they make a puller for that, a mouthpiece puller. I might have to buy one. It's like $12, but I don't want to wait like so many days to get it to me. I know I could find a music place probably that has one of those pullers and they do it for free, but they'd also be like, oh my god, why are you playing this? This instrument's horrible. It's nice look. This guy, I looked it up. He's from 1972. It's a Con USA director. It's nice. It's not a trumpet, it's the cornet. And the slide thingy just fell out. Yay. Which assembling it is super easy. Gotta slide it back in. If I can. There we go. Boom. I put it in backwards. That's okay. This one didn't come with the case. I went to goodwillshop.com, but yeah. Well, it sounds horrible. Or maybe it's just the person that played it. It needs cleaned. Super cleaned. It's not me. It's totally the drum. It's totally the cornet. It's got that nice old used smell. Yeah. It's about as sad as it would be. I got the booklet on how to play. It kind of like refreshed my memory. And I was like, oh, bro. It's been a while. Because my band director said, you don't have the lips for it. And he gave me a tuba thing. So I had to play that. That's cool. I'm curious too, Retired Rick, if you're still there, where are you from? Because you're getting belted with the storms now. You can just name the state. He probably got, it's probably lost. Tea. That is good. All right, everybody. Any good wins this week or whatever? Have you had any good wins? Any slip ups? We're talking carnivore right now. Let's do it. How you been doing? Let's see. I'm winning right now because I did like my 70th burpee today. And I don't know if I'm going to quit the burpees, but I am probably just going to do 50 a day. Like after I get to 100, I'll probably just back it up. And if I get to 50 the next day after I do 100, I'll be like, how my body feels. It probably would want to like rest after that. But I thought, you know, I really love September because that whole month I did my 50 burpees a day challenge. And every day I was doing just exercises a little more. Yeah, brown butter bites. Okay, I've done that. Those are so good. So good. I need to make them for the kids. They'll probably be like, huh, but it can be done. I almost burnt them the first time I made them though. Or was it the second time? I don't know. I feel like my oldest makes brown butter bites all the time. She has the pans too hot. She throws the butter on and I'm like, I don't think that's good. I think you're supposed to use like, because she's vegetarian most days, and I got a big win with her. She actually ate some steak 2 days last week. So that was awesome. Yeah, they're addicting. Scary, right? They're scary though, because it's butter. And if you eat too much butter, you're going to run to the toilet. So, whoa, that's awesome. 5 pounds in a week. Nice. Yeah, that one week when I tried to do OMAD and messed up so bad, that one day actually it helped and I lost 3 pounds and I was like, and it's been off, it stayed off. And I was like, oh boy, that's awesome. But I don't like, for a lot of my journey, I didn't have to do much to lose the weight. And then I didn't really think about it that much. And then I thought to myself, maybe I'm thinking too much about it. Maybe I better back off and just do burpees and live. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I kind of took my scale and kind of shoved it to the side anyway, because I don't need to be standing on that. And just, I don't like the negative factor it can bring when you stand on the scale. Also, there could be positive with it too. And sometimes I do like to check in and see what I did this week or what I did like last month or something when I feel like it. Oh, that's what I don't like about the YouTube scrolling chat. It kind of disappears. So you got to read it fast. Sucks. But I like that you don't have to click on what people type, what you guys are typing, for it to pop up on the screen. I like that. I like that it does that. It just bubble pops. So that's cool. That's probably like the 5th time I've said that, but I do like it. Leftovers some more. Okay, yeah. Oh, so my husband didn't eat his dinner last night, and in the oven there was steak, and that's what I had for breakfast. And Rocky woke up and she had some too. And then I was like, let's make those weird egg things. And she's like, all right. She wanted her bear paws, and that's what we did. It was awesome. I'm still really full from that. My other trick is I like hot water and I like tea. I like the mint tea, peppermint. Peppermint's good. Yeah, I made the kids I have a lot of chicken, so I made them a bunch of those chicken legs yesterday, and I used this Nashville hot flavoring for them, and it was kind of funny. Nixon grabs one, he takes a bite, and he's like, ugh! I forgot to take off the notifications on my phone when I did this. My chime happened. Usually that means there's an email that got sent to me. That's probably not very important. But anyway, he grabs the chicken leg. He takes a bite and he's like, what did you do to these? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll just take the skins off for you. My bad. And I tried some. It was kind of spicy, especially for me. If I haven't I've somehow just went just to salt. I just like salt on my stuff, but on my food. But the hot stuff is very, very hot when I try it now, especially when I do the hot sardines and stuff. Yeah, yes, a good rare steak never disappoints. There you go. Ooh, there it is. Yeah, but I was just like, I haven't had chicken in so long, and then I eat some chicken and I feel gross after I eat chicken. Like in the olden days when you really want a donut and you haven't had a donut in months, and then you eat a donut and you're just like, ugh, oh god, these are so gross. I've always had that after eating a donut. It would take me months to eat another one. I'd have to have a weird, I would like to try that thing feeling, but you feel sick after. And that's what I felt after I ate some chicken. And I'm like, what? After, oh, hi Anna. After wanting chicken, and then you're just like, you try some chicken and it's like so gross. Do not like that. It was awful. But I had the same thing for pork. I haven't had pork in a very long time. And I made some pork and I was like, oh, this is so good. And it was really good. The pork chop was delicious, but the steak tasted, tastes way better, but the steak makes me feel better. The pork, on the other hand, it's all commercial raised, and we know this, and that's why it's cheaper for us. And I'll still buy meat over other stuff, I saw something about what was one of the thumbnails? Why I'll never eat chicken again or something. I was like, well, I'll tell you why I'll never eat chicken again. It just makes me feel sickly. That's all. But it doesn't mean that you don't have to not buy chicken, because what if that's the only thing you can afford? When I see chicken thighs and it's like $4 for a huge pack, I'll just be like, boil that and some bacon grease. Oh, so good. I just like the skin, honestly. I just like the chicken skin on the thighs that are really crispy. Now the whole thing, I just can't do it anymore. And my kids will tell me too. They're sick of chicken. And I'm like, dude, there's so much chicken in my freezer right now. I need to get it moved. So when you're hungry, you will eat. You probably eat the chicken, or they can have the steaks. A lot, I told them that, and they basically ate all my steaks out, and I'm like, well, I'll eat chicken. I don't care. I just don't like the way it makes me feel after I eat it. I feel gross. I guess I could eat my own roosters, but I'd still feel gross after that too. It's a lot of words. Yeah, so everybody knew I'm just testing out the YouTube live format, see if I like it or not. Honestly, it's all right so far, not too terrible. And Really don't know what to talk about. I'm a little sore from burpees though. I won't lie, I'm sore from them. I know, like, afterwards, I'm not supposed to flop down. Yeah, Mitch is doing awesome. And he sounded better and he was like raising his arm and stuff and using his hand to click on things. And I was like, I was thinking about going live April Fools. And then I saw that he had his tag and I was like, oh, well, he's going live. I don't have to do it. That's cool. It almost seems, okay, so lives in the morning almost seem like a really big chore, but also I miss them as well. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, so I have 2 ducklings that are pipping today, and they'll probably be out by tomorrow. And then we've got, okay, ooh, carnivore. Woohoo. I didn't get to read all of it because it was very big, Rodney. But that's awesome. So you're doing lion? I think I did lion wrong. Every time I do lion, I do it wrong. I don't get enough fat in. And I don't know how to get enough fat in, to make it easy. Like I could do just what is gosh, Homestead How Carrie, he's always like, I do a modified lion diet, which I just have eggs with my meat, and I'm like, why don't you just call it carnivore? That's what you're doing, man. Because I could do that. That's easy, and you feel better. Oh, psoriasis hasn't improved yet. Oh, I hear a lot of people that it does improve, but sometimes it takes longer, and then others still have problems. Like Ellie from Nourishment Redacted, she went carnivore, and she was surprised that it healed her brain. Like I was super surprised. It was like getting, oh yeah, Ovaline. That's good. It's like getting like having, what is it, a box of cereal, and then there's a little surprise at the on the inside, like, oh, a toy. I got surprise, your brain works better and it's functioning well. Nice. And she still has, like, what does she have, like rosacea or something, where her face is really red and she's always like painting herself with weird stuff just to get it better. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, because I tried lion and I even got like what was called dog food, which is all that extra fat, just, and I made it. I just didn't do anything with it. And later on, I just decided to fry kids' chicken in it and the tallow that I made from it. Yeah, that's right, Ellen. That's what I have to keep reminding myself too. Like, I literally birthed 10 kids. It's going to take me a minute to get to my ideal weight. And your body's working to help you too, and there's a lot of healing that needs to go on. And my mom was really big into the fat-free stuff and the 2% milk, and we would be begging for red cap, and she's like, no, it's not good for you. And the red cap milk here is the vitamin D all the way milk, and that my I was so glad my husband was all about the vitamin D. Oh, so your psoriasis healed. That's good then, yeah? So it does help. Like, there's just a lot of things that take longer sometimes. Oh, okay. That's awesome. There's a protocol. Look it up, Google it. When I started carnivore diet, I did like all meats, so I didn't care what I was eating. And then for some reason, I naturally went into just eggs and beef. I do like bacon, but I also, if it's pre-cooked bacon, I could totally eat the whole thing. So I have to limit myself to 4 strips in the morning with bacon. But I can go without bacon for real and be fine with just butter and beef and eggs. But I'd have to have butter, just like when I did lion, I had to modify it and say I'm doing lion diet, but it's a little different because I'm eating butter with it because I couldn't get, you know, the fat or enough of it. I don't know butcher. I probably should start talking to the people. Their farmers markets are going to start opening up, and we have a lot of Angus producers around here. That's awesome. Congratulations on the healing. That's so cool. I'm going to drink a little more of my tea for a second. So yeah, that's the rosacea. Nourishment Redacted has the rosacea stuff. She still has it, but what did she do? She went off of it and went back to keto, and then gained a bunch of weight on keto, and then she went back to carnivore. So because she felt better on it, probably. Oh wow. I've been going for like 45 minutes and I was just making a test. Thank you everybody for showing up, because I would have just like read my Raising a Sheep book out loud just to test it. So I'm not done with today's video. I usually end it at the end of the day when I make my dinner. And what did I pull out? A sirloin. I got a 3-pack of sirloin that was discounted to like $7.50. And I was like, oh, dope. I have 3 days of steak. That's awesome. So I'm going to have a sirloin steak tonight. The kids, I got them these 2 big, huge chuck roasts. And what I'm going to do is just conventionally roast them in my oven, and then when they're done, I'm just gonna slice them real thin for them. And then I have a ton of eggs, so I'm gonna be like, do you guys want steak and eggs? Because that'd be easy, to make and get rid of the eggs, and just save the ones that I want to put in the incubator, because I have like the 2 duckies that are going to hatch probably by tomorrow, and then because they're both pipped. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Slow cooked. Yeah. I can't do slow cooked chuck roast. I haven't seen anybody, I haven't actually asked this question though. Anytime I put the chuck roast in the slow cooker and I cook it low and slow, and then I have it for my dinner, like I'll have it in like a big bowl and it'll be really soft meat, I eat it, I get heartburn, like, or something kind of like it. It feels like heartburn. So I haven't ate any slow cooked chuck in a while. And I figured, you know what? My kids, sometimes they'll eat the roast beef like that, from the chuck, but that's what I call it, roast beef. I think it's the same thing. I don't know. I'll look it up. But anyway, it's like anytime I cook it like that for them, some of them love it. I've got Scarlett, she loves the fat off of steaks. She just goes for all the fat. She's like, it's all mine, give it to me. And a lot of the kids are just like, yeah, take it. We don't want it. And they don't really eat it. Like, you'd eat just if you roasted it like maybe a London broil and you broiled it in your oven or something, like, so that's why I started cooking my chuck, just roasting them in the oven. It takes about maybe an hour for them. And these are big. I'm like feeding 10 kids here. So yeah, it's a lot of meat. And they come out great, except for my son, Isaac. He doesn't like his meat red at all. It has to be cooked all the way. If it's not, he'll be like, ew, I didn't like it like that. You have to cook it right. And I'm like, what? And then I had to explain to him, a roast is a little pink on the inside, but it's okay. It's cooked all the way. It's not like mommy steaks that are bleeding and still mooing. And he's like, okay. And they like it. They actually like it like that too. I cut it in like thin strips and put them up. They plate up themselves. I plate up the 3 the little kids, and they eat it. So it goes really quick. Now if I just made it like a slow roast pot roast in like the little cooker thingy, the crock pot, they won't eat it as much, they won't go for it. I usually end up feeding it to the dogs. And when I slow cook it, yeah, like I told you, when I eat it, I get like, it feels like heartburn. And I'm like, what is this? Does anybody get it? No, nobody gets it because nobody else is saying anything. So I think there's something with me where my body is used to me eating just like seared steaks that are bloody in the middle. And it doesn't like it when I eat the really soft ones that are cooked for like, I don't know, 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours, depending on weight. Yeah. But that's my problem with chuck roast slow. Oh, it is kind of toasty in here now. Not gonna lie. All right, Boobie Goaters. Well, we've been going for about 50 minutes. I want to thank you all for showing up. Thanks for watching the shows that you do, because you guys do. It like literally says almost 100 people a day watch my shows. Last year it was like 12, and I want to thank those 12 because who are you? And I know some of them it used to be me. I'd watch my shows the next day, and then I'd be like, oh, I can make like a YouTube short out of that, and I'll like shrink it down and make it a short. And I try to do shorts every day, even if it's something stupid, because you have to have like 3 million views on a short. And I'm like, what? Nobody's ever gonna get to that. I'm like at this little tiny bit because there's a little line that you have to fill up to get there. And but you know, you have to do something controversial or know something about the news or whatever. I live under a rock. I love it and I have a good time. And I get most of my news from the YouTube people that I watch, which are sometimes my regulars. I watch them and it's a lot of fun to get your news that way, I guess. And then I watched that for the weather. I watched the Ryan Hall y'all guy. That's easy. And then I don't actually have to have real TV, which we never used all the way back in 2020. We have this cable remote that you have to use with it to use your cable, and the kids broke it. We had the guy come out, got a new remote. They broke the remote again. And that time it was like, I guess we're not going to watch cable anymore. And we have to have cable out here or we can't watch just regular news stations or just regular, what is that, channel 2, channel 7, channel 22, you know, the ones that everybody used to get all the time when it was analog. Well, we don't get that. There's like no service. And there still isn't service out here. Even cell service, you will go from, there's a road like, what is that, 70? And then if you cross down to where we're at, your cell phone goes off and it'll go off for quite some time. And then when you hit town, it comes back on. So yeah, there's the map that they show in the cell phone stores and they're like, you know, all this is not covered yet, but all this is covered. And then there's like this part of Tennessee that's not covered. That's us. We're the dot. It was kind of funny. Oh. All right, so I still need to go outside and collect eggs. So I'll probably make a little video of that and make food and finish my video for you guys today. But it's really fun to come on here, jump on for a little bit, an impromptu basically, because I wanted to see how this YouTube one worked. Because I do the StreamYard for free and it only gives you 5 hours, even though it says it gives you 20 free live hours. It's a total lie. It's a weird loophole that you can't do right. And I just noticed my picture's crooked the whole time. Maybe better. I gotta take it off the wall and fix it. Oh well. Well, Boobie Goaters, thank you for hanging out with me today. And this was really fun. And I really don't know how to exit out of this. So hang on. What is this? I can highlight reels? That's so cool. Okay. What does this do? Oh, I can share it. I can create a post while on here. That's pretty neat. I just don't know how to leave. We'll be here forever and eternity. Bye, guys. Yes.